Hey yo, what up? What up? It's Lamech with Selah Sports TV back at you with another one. So I'm not sure exactly how to classify this particular video. I got a crazy sleep schedule, right? So I can only sleep for about 3 to 4 hours tops at a time. So due to that, you know, you stuck with me at an hour like this, but it's okay. Like um, this type of sleep schedule keeps me extremely productive. I can get things done um, at all at any time, you know, uh, at any time. It doesn't hold me back. But enough about me. What I want to talk about is the state of men. Um, I'm just going to keep this at 30,000 feet, right? In efforts to not, you know, sling vitriol on this internet, because I'm seeing I'm seeing what the problem is. I mean, if you follow my channel for any amount of time, you know that um, it's my belief that we have big time, big culture problems, big problems with the culture and toxicity, right? Um, Tons and tons of toxicity all over the culture. It's put it like this: it's more bad than good, right? So it really kind of boils my piss when I see guys and like these are if these weren't guys that I respected as far as like YouTube, because I don't know you motherfuckers. I don't know none of you, right? I don't know none of you for shit. And you definitely don't know me, right? But from what I do know, I see respectable guys. I see guys that, um, if I did know you, we who knows, we could possibly be cool, whatever, but I'm not really in this for to be meeting friends. I got friends, right? I got friends. So at this stage in my life, I'm more into business. Like if we can make some money together, cool. If not, that's still cool. Like, we just uh we can acknowledge each other from afar. Right? I don't think everybody's meant to be bosom fucking buddies. Like this ain't the playground. Anyway, anyway, I've always had a keen interest in fixing the culture. Believe it or not, I believe it can be done. And I'm crazy enough to believe that I can play a role in it, but not just me, you too, and you, right? Like we have a tendency to look at things from you know, from a macro level. Like if we don't see it with our eyes widespread, then it's like we don't think it takes place. But things happen on a micro level for the most part. You got to fix your own house, fix your own surroundings. That's my philosophy. Fix what's going on in your house and then branch out from there. But what I see is guys trying to fix these huge culture problems without addressing what's going on at home. That will never work. It'll never work. That's not how it works. To fix the culture, you got to fix every home. And when I say every, I know you're not going to fix each and every home, right? But as I said in my video earlier, if that's your aim, if you aim to, you'll do a lot better than if you didn't, if you just gave up on homes, right? I hope this isn't going over heads, but you really have to come down into into the trenches, right? I see guys talking about, kids and what the kids need, and they don't address their own children. You know, I see guys getting pissed off at other people. Are you talking shit about another black man? And well, what if that black man is on some fuck shit? Should we let his fuck shit go and talk about the white man? Like it's folly. It's spiritual folly. It's spiritual folly. It's the equivalent of you see your kids being a menace, right? You see your kids tearing up the house, but you're gonna ignore that and go outside and start complaining about how somebody else is running their shit. And the thing about it that really kind of irks me is, look, I'm not speaking from a cloud. I'm not speaking from on high for like, oh, I'm so above you guys. Like I had that way of thinking too. It was back in my fucking 20s, right? I was basically a kid thinking that shit because I was raised to be Democrat, all that shit, just like you. So I fell for these weak ass arguments that y'all come on here with. Like, you talking shit about a black man. Shut the fuck up. You know why I'm talking shit about a black man? Because I love my people. And if you have that perspective, guess what? Guess who else you would have hated? You would have hated the prophets of the Bible. You would have hated them too. The prophets of the Bible wasn't going around pointing the finger at their enemies. The prophets of the Bible, they expected their enemies to be their enemies. Why the fuck would I be? Why am I going to point at this group and that group and this group and that group? They've already proven to be an enemy. Do you understand your folly? It's like you basically you want to turn you putting energy into turning sworn enemies into allies. I don't do that. I don't waste my time with that. Once somebody has proven themselves to be a sworn enemy, I'm done. I ain't wasting no more time with you. I'm looking for my allies and getting my team strong. I'm a fucking Marine. I'm a fucking Marine. You think we going to China to talk shit to them and try to get them on our level, on our page? No, we ain't. And I'm not picking on China. I'm just using them as an example. You can replace them with any country. Russia, right? UK, France, hell, Nigeria, Kenya. I don't give a fuck what country. If it ain't my team, what the hell I look like trying to convince them and what is your aim with that? I'm gonna tell you what your aim is. Your aim is very, and this is gonna piss a lot of you guys off, but it's a very feminine perspective that you have. Because you don't want to face the music. Like, you don't want to be shown the mirror and be shown this is what you're doing. And by you, I'm not talking about you personally. I'm talking about our people. Like, when our people out here, like when I see a sexy red out here behaving like she does, right? Or I see a when I see, I mean, shit, you can just go through my videos. When I see Deontay Wilder out here twerking and shit, and saying stupid, like, it's not even stupid, it's fucking suspect comments about his grandpa and all that. See, y'all will turn the other cheek and say, no, that's a black man. So I'm not, I gotta act like I don't, I gotta act like I don't see that. That's fucking fake. You're gonna ignore that. The shit that's making us look like fucking monkeys out here. And go talk about somebody else because it makes you feel better. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. And one thing about me, I'm a respectful guy. If you're saying something in your video that I disagree with, brother, I'm going to respectfully tell you, hey, this is what I believe. This is what I think. If your channel is set up where you only want to hear people sucking you off and agreeing with you, you're sad. You are barely a fucking man. This shit is about discourse. At this point, we gotta fix things. You don't fix things by as soon as somebody say something that you did disagree. Now you making little fucking sassy, spicy fucking videos like you in your feelings, but you never even addressed the comment directly. I'm gonna come at you head on, and I'm figuring out who I can do that with. I'm figuring out who I can do that with on here. Trust me, I say a lot of shit that I know niggas disagree with. But guess what? I got the emotional intelligence to handle anything you motherfuckers got to say. You can't say nothing that's gonna you can't say nothing that's gonna be twisting my nipples. You can't. I can handle whatever you got to say. And I can handle it respectfully. I'm not gonna take it personal. You know why? Cause it ain't personal. You don't fucking know me. But it's like you guys, as soon as somebody says something that disagrees with your little weak points of view, weak ass points of view, now you in your feelings. We the only people that's like that. We the only ones that's like that. I'm on Reddit. I'm on different forums. I watch everybody else. They have these healthy debates. We haven't grasped the concept of healthy debate. Our debates always get personal and toxic, and like people start talking about people's mothers and kids, and it's like, you ain't got to worry about that with me. You ain't got to worry about that with me. That's why I try to keep it on scripture, on God, on the Most High, right? You got to live for something bigger than yourself. Because if it's just about me, oh shit, I can get just as toxic as you motherfuckers. Probably more. Like if it's just about me, oh, I can do quite a bit, right? I can be just as wicked and fucked up as anybody else. No question about it. But the fact that I'm not living on that type of time, I know who I am, right? So no, I'm not free to jump in the mud and act like an animal and start throwing personal insults. And I'm above that. I operate above that bullshit. Now, if you come at me with some bullshit, right? I'm gonna respond in kind. Like a lot of times, uh, guys, when they come in when they hop in my comments section, they don't come respectfully. So like, yeah, once you do that, I don't feel the need to come at you respectfully. I take the pulse of what's going on out here, and it's like the natural setting for our people is disrespect. It's like the moment you make a video that somebody don't like or somebody disagrees with, they feel obligated to say you a hater. You a hater. It's like you could have we could have got to that point. If I am a hater, we could have got there, but it's like they lead with disrespect. They don't ask questions. They don't say, well, how did you come to this way of thinking? Like they don't want the questions. I mean, they don't want the answers. They just want to disrespect you. They just want to lash out emotionally. Make no mistake about it. It is emotion. It is emotion. So if I'm spotting this shit, you best believe when I enter your comment section, I'm not going to come at you like that. I'm just going to respectfully say what I think it is. Now, if you confident in yourself, if you confident in your what you saying, that shouldn't bother you. That shouldn't bother you. Like, I don't need everybody. It's not even healthy for everybody to agree with me. I don't need everybody to agree with me. That's not healthy. That creates a monolithic way of thinking. And I'm not on no type of monolithic shit. We need the ideas. We need a broad spectrum of ideas. There's a place for black liberal thought or just liberal thought. There's a place for conservative thought. Right? And there's a place for everything in between. There's a place for it. There's a time for it. But with a lot of y'all really don't believe that. Y'all believe that we all got to be on code. And then when you look at the code is like basically don't say nothing about a black person no matter what. Oh, unless it's Candace Owens, right? Unless it's this person, that person, Dr. Carson. Those black people are free. They fair game. Attack them. Do you see yourselves? Do you fucking see yourselves? Kanye West. Yeah. We can basically, and you niggas, you don't even know that you're puppets and who's pulling your strings. You don't know that you got that your marching orders from, let's just say, somebody else. I'm not even going to get into who it is because that's a whole nother video. Put it like this: the person that's pulling your strings it's only like two groups that you can't criticize. Yeah. And I'm not talking about the rainbow group. That's one of them, but I'm not talking about that one. It's the other one. That other group. That's who's pulling your strings, whether you realize it or not. I don't give a fuck how you feel. If you can't explain it, if you can't, or I mean, and I ain't saying you got to, cause like you don't owe me no explanation, nothing. But apparently, you motherfuckers want to talk. Y'all want to make videos, little catty videos, and talk without talking. So if you're gonna do all that, you might as well just respond to the comment, right? Just respond to it instead of being a catty motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you something about me, man. I don't ever, ever, ever have a problem with a confident person. You know why? Because confident people are confident. Like, they're not gonna put out, they have no reason to put out like toxic. And put it like this: a confident person ain't gonna overcompensate with toxicity. Rewind that shit again. A confident person will not overcompensate with toxicity. They're going to tell you what they think and keep it moving. And if you want to disagree, they're fine with that. And if y'all just agree to disagree, that's okay. I never have a problem with truly confident people. Not this fake shit. Not these fake ass confident people. I be seeing guys with channels and like, I respect these guys, but you'll see them, they like, I don't give a fuck about these motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. Like, they constantly saying how they don't give a fuck about somebody, but when you listen to them, all they talking about is the same people that they claim not to give a fuck about. They got the same people that they don't give a fuck about in their thumbnails, right? They got the same people that they don't give a fuck about, like, in their mouth all the time. Pause. Like, which one you do give a fuck? So let's just be honest. But we put out all this overcompensation, and for what? For what? That's why, like, I know that I realize the energy I'm putting out. I realize it. Like, I do my best. I'm not perfect, but like I do my best um to not be extra. But yeah, I'm a pretty confident guy, right? I got a good reason to be very confident. With my life experiences and accomplishments, I got a good reason to be confident. And the thing about it is, like, I'm not done yet. Not even close. So why would I not be confident? What I have a problem with, what I have a huge problem with, the people that I really just stay away from and I do not like are these unconfident motherfuckers. Because they're the ones who I mean, think about it. A person who's fearful, that's the person who you gotta watch out for. A scared motherfucker will do the most cruddy shit. Why? It's all in the name of fear. Right? We look at things wrong. We think a scared motherfucker is like somebody that you can push around and nah. Like these so-called quote unquote thugs, these low-level thugs, scumbags that fill up prison system and all of that. Those are a bunch of scared motherfuckers. These gang members, scared. They're all scared. They're all traumatized. And I'm not blaming them. A lot of these guys have horrible childhoods, horrible parents, where they put them in horrible positions to where they had to be scared from an early age. Hurt people, right? Hurt people, hurt. Sheesh, I can't even get that shit out. Hurt people, hurt people. But then you take a kid who hasn't been through that, hasn't had any reason to defend himself at 5, at 7 years old, right? They're not going to have that same level of fear. They have no reason to. But what does our culture do with people like that? Oh, you ain't scared? I gotta give you a reason. I gotta give you a reason to be scared. Like, we gotta introduce some fear into this motherfucker's life. He's not toxic enough. We do it to ourselves. Don't talk to me about no fucking white man. At least not yet. I'll say that. Like, once we address ourselves, our household, once we get that together and fix the scum within our own midst, once we fix that scum, cool. I'm down. I'm down for that. Yeah, we got to clean up our own shit first before we start looking outward. Think about it. Think about it. You got, you got, you got a, I'm trying to say it. What's the best analogy? You got a small army, right? But in your army, you got guys fucking each other's wives behind their back. You know, you got guys talking shit about each other. You got motherfuckers not training, not working out, like just out of shape. This is your army though, right? You got people within your army selling poison to other people in your army. right? You in your army, the main art form, the music that y'all listen to, is like telling your army to kill each other, right? There's nothing like your army is out of shape. Your army looks bad. Your army is ill prepared to fight anybody else. But instead of you dressing all that stuff that I just named, you ready to go to war against another army, top-notch army. Does that make fucking sense? Does it? You want to take this little group of misfits that you got, this fighting with each other, beefing with each other, like fucking each other's wives and selling each other poison, like out of shape, eating anything, right? You want to take that group and go up against Russia. Does that make sense? Now let's flip it. Let's say you take that army and you say, you know what? This is not allowed anymore. And if you get caught doing this, you are ostracized. Like, we won't deal with you. And by, like, I'm talking about, we won't deal with you. We won't do business with you. We won't socially, we won't speak to you. You're cut off. You are cut off if you do these things. You cut off if you fuck your brother's wife or your buddy's wife. You're cut off. What would that do to the trust? You're cut off if you don't take care of your children. You're cut off if we catch you doing some weird shit. I'm just say weird shit. Y'all know what it is. We don't allow that within this army. A cleansing, right? Imagine you take your army and cleanse it. You're cut off if you don't maintain your physical form and stay war ready. You're cut off if you don't do that. How can we use you if you're not war ready? You're cut off. What if we were able to raise the standard that way? Instead of saying, oh, you talk about a black man, you talk about, with all that weak ass shit. Your heart's in the right place, but the knowledge and wisdom part, absent, completely absent. Sometimes you got to address the elephant in the room. Sometimes you got to say the thing that hurts, and it might hurt you. It might hurt me. It might hurt us. But at least we come out on the other side better. Y'all want to keep shuffling dirt under the fucking table, under the rug and shit, and acting like it don't exist. Get the fuck out my face with that shit. So any of you brothers ready to have a conversation, look, I'm going to keep, because the fact of the matter is, I like a lot of your channels. Me saying this ain't going to take that away. I'm still going, from time to time, pop up on your channel, comment. Sometimes I'm going to agree. Sometimes I'm not. It's going to happen. And I'm going to see how you deal with it. Feel free to be a fucking man. Feel free to not let your feelings get in the way. Feel free to do that. It's okay. If you like the video, bang off on that like button one time. Peace.